Am I audible, Gita ma'am? Shall we start? Or shall we wait for a while? Please let me know. Am I
Geeta
audible?
ma'am. CG ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, we'll start, ma'am.
No.
Okay.
Success is not the key to happiness. Happiness is the key to success. If you love what you are doing, you will be successful. A very good afternoon to one and all present here. We welcome you all for the 4th day session 8 of 5-day International Online Faculty Development Program, jointly organized by Tamil Nadu Teacher Education University in association with Dr. MGR Educational and Research Institute, Faculty of Education and Academic Staff College. The secret of getting ahead is getting started. Now, I would like to invite Dr. C. Geeta, Assistant Professor of Faculty of Education, Dr. MGR Education Institute, to deliver the welcome address. Please, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Education is not the learning of facts, but the training of the mind to think. With this note, a very good afternoon to one and all present here for the 4th day session 8 of 5-day International Online Faculty Development Program on outcome-based education. On behalf of Tamil Nadu Teacher Education University, in association with Dr. MGR Educational and Research Institute, Faculty of Education and Academic Staff College, we extend our cordial welcome to one and all present here. With prodigious delight, we would like to welcome our speaker, Dr. Rashmi Rekha Bora, Assistant Professor, School of Social Science and Language, Vellore Institute of Technology, Chennai. We are awaiting to know more and enlighten us about ICT-enabled tools and innovative techniques for teaching and learning. Heartily welcome to you, ma'am. We received over 1,030 responses from all across India and several countries, which was quite splendid, and we were extremely pleased to receive such an avid responses. Your presence of today reflects your commitment to professional development. Hence, it's our duty to extend our congenial welcome to all the executives, heads, professors, faculty members, research scholars from various states and countries. We would like to extend our heartfelt gratitude to our chief patrons, co-patrons, conveners, organizing secretaries, organizing joint secretaries, technicians, teaching and non-teaching staffs of Tamil Nadu Teacher Education University and Dr. MGR Education and Research Institute for their encouragement and the support provided to make this event possible. I would like to extend my best wishes to each and every one of you for a fruitful and rewarding experience throughout this faculty development program. May it serve as a catalyst for your personal and professional growth. Together, let us strive for excellence in education and work towards creating a bright future for our students and society as a whole. I request all of your kind cooperation throughout the program and making it a grand success. Once again, a congenial welcome to one and all present here. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for a gracious welcome. It's time to know about our speaker. Great speakers are not born, they are trained. Now, I request Dr. P. Sandamil Pavai, Assistant Professor of Dr. MGR Education Research Institute, to introduce our speaker. Please, ma'am.
It's my privilege and introduce to you our esteemed speaker of today, Dr. Rashmi Rekha Bora, Assistant Professor, School of Social Sciences and Languages, Vellore Institute of Technology, Chennai. She is an experienced professor who is skilled in research and teaching English. She earned her MA English, PGDE, MPhil, and PhD from English and Foreign Language University, Hyderabad. She completed her journalism degree from a premium institute in New Delhi. Her areas of interest are English language education and English for specific purposes. She has many publications to her credit in national and international journals. She had authored a book named English Language Skill and Employability in 21st Century in India. Beyond her academic achievements, she has an extensive professional experience. Tour de force, her book Personality and Personal Skill Development is taught under Guwahati University syllabus. She also worked as a corporate trainer before entering academics. We are deemed to have such an eminent speaker in the midst of us today. We are waiting to get valuable insights on ICT-enabled tools and innovative techniques that will undoubtedly broaden our horizons and ignite our passion for positive change. Once again, we welcome you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am, for your
For
introduction.
giving
Yes, ma'am. Now, session is yours, ma'am. Please take over. Thank you.
Thank you so much. There is a small clarification. The book that you mentioned, ma'am, it's no more on the Guwahati University syllabus because syllabus keeps changing. So anyway, yeah. So very good afternoon to all of you. Thank you everyone for inviting me today for this FDP. Am I audible, ma'am? Am I audible? I don't know because of the network.
Yes, ma'am.
connectivity.
Yes, ma'am, you are audible.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you. So yeah, so I'm not here to teach anything, but I definitely would like to share my experiences over the years. The topic for today is ICT-enabled tools and innovative techniques for teaching and learning. And I take this very seriously, information, communication, technology. And we got those, unfortunate days during those pandemic, where we, as teachers, as faculty, and as students, our students also, we adapted to the, new normal. So everything went online and all that. So we really adapted well. But the question is now with all this chat GPT coming in, artificial intelligence, virtual reality, so on and so forth. The primary question is, as teachers, as faculty, I'm part of you. So, as us, do you think that technology will replace teachers? It's a question that, I think most of us, we do think these days. Do you think that technology will replace? There is one, eminent leader in the area of innovative teaching, learning, and leading. And he has a focus on innovation as a human endeavor. His name is George Couros, George Couros. He's a worldwide leader in the area of innovative teaching, learning, and leading. He said that technology will never replace great teachers. I repeat myself, okay? Technology will never replace great teachers, but in the hands of great teachers, it's transformational. I repeat once more for all of us. Technology will never replace great teachers, but in the hands of great teachers, it's transformational. So I think we'll have to ponder upon what George Couros, said, because, as you can see, one click, and it's information over, it's a deluge of information, isn't it? Just click of a mouse and you get, right in front of you in your mobile phone, in, your computer, everything, it's just right in front of you. So it is information overload. So when you're saying information communication technology, how much information we should share, how much information we should transmit, right? How we should transmit. Those are the questions that we dabble all the time. But friends, don't you think to pass across information, to share information, to transfer or transmit information, or knowledge transfer, as you may call. But we as faculty, it has become very challenging for us, undoubtedly. Undoubtedly, it has become very challenging for us. So in order to transmit, share this knowledge, share this information, we should be, we should have, let me put it this way, I think we should be 2 steps ahead of our students. So our information should be, we should gather information in such a way that we are very careful in transmitting that knowledge, because they will cross-verify, they will cross-check, and they will negate you, right? And there will be a conflict, and it's not good, to have unnecessary conflict. So what I suggest is, number 1, to gather information very carefully. We don't give much importance to this. Am I audible? Because my network is showing feeble connection.
You are audible, ma'am.
Please let me know if I am sure. Thank you. So now, friends, why I'm stressing on what kind of information we should gather? Because we understand how to translate now. It's no big deal for us. For faculty, it is no big deal. There is Gmeet, there is Microsoft Teams, there is Kahoot, there is online quizzes. We can use these methods or tools. Having said that, what about teacher effectiveness? How meaningful it is? Are we effective as teachers? Because don't forget, we deal with students every day. And I don't know about your classes, but my classes, in one class, I had 72 students. And I think you face the same challenge here. So we are dealing with 72 in 1 or 40 minutes, or say, 50 minutes, 72 students, right? And by the way, no one talks about teacher burnout, how much we, suffer in the process, no one talks about. We probably will have that in a later discussion. But what my point is, students are getting smarter. My dear friends, all my dear friends here, students are getting smarter. So we should be 2 steps ahead of them. That's my point. And I'll show you a few things that we can use slowly and gradually, if time permits, of course. So students are getting smarter. Please don't forget, they are digital natives. And they have all the smartness, in quotes, right? So to deal with their smartness, we will have to become more smart. Please tell me, yes or no? Don't you think we'll have to become more smart? I'm having an interactive class. Don't think I'm teaching something. I'm no one to teach, or I'm nothing to teach here. I'm just having a conversation. I'm just engaging myself trying to engage myself in a meaningful conversation. So friends, that is the point. So to fulfill the gap between teaching and learning, I think ICT is necessary in class. You cannot say, okay, I have this Blackboard. I don't deny the Blackboard. Blackboard is a wonderful tool, undoubtedly. When you chalk and talk, it's wonderful, right? We have, when we were pursuing a master's or graduation or PhD, there was nothing like, smart boards, right? It is black and white, a green board for that matter. So undoubtedly, I see, to fulfill the gap between teaching and learning, we should train ourselves. That was the point I wanted to make. We should train ourselves first. What information you gather and how you disperse it, how you share it, how you transfer it, what you transfer it, right? So here ICT definitely is helpful, because these are kind of learner-centric curriculum. When you look at ICT, it is mostly, the pedagogy is learner-centric. And of course, it is easily accessible. We have seen that in 2020 during pandemic. even a remote village in, the Tamil Nadu, in a rural village in Assam, from where I belong, it was not, I'll not say that there were no challenges. Of course, there were challenges, but we could adapt it. So it is easily accessible, can be used remotely, definitely. And sometimes we can also make it interactive. How? I'll tell you, after a while. And so I think this, we, at this juncture where we are now, so I think we cannot say no to ICT. We'll have to use these tools, information, communications tool. But no, friends, if you ask me, what's the definition of ICT? I think I cannot give a definition of ICT because there is no fixed definition of ICT, right? Because first of all, let's understand it's a learner-centric pedagogy. And this term, ICT, information, communication, technology, this term is generally accepted to mean all devices, all technical devices, networking components or apps that you use in your phone, applications and systems. And this all combined allow people like faculty, education, institutes, organizations, non-profit organizations, businesses to interact in the digital world. Right? So, yeah, that is the point I wanted to make. Coming back to this blackboard, okay, and coming back to gathering information, my friends, please, don't get me wrong. Okay, I will never say, as a teacher, I will never say that blackboard is an old tool. It is definitely a popular teaching tool, and it comes with numerous capabilities. It comes with numerous capabilities, undoubtedly. But one thing that I don't want to believe, but I think the one thing that as faculty, as teachers, as you and me, we don't give much importance to reading these days. Reading. We don't read. Have you noticed that? For your students also, when we were pursuing our graduation masters, we had a reading list. I used to read 12 to 15 books in a month. But now it has reduced. You won't believe, friends. This is one book, The Bastard of Istanbul. This is a very good book by Elif Shafak. This book is lying on my table since 3 months. And I'm saying, I'm giving excuses. I don't have time to read. I don't have time to read. But this is where we, I think, as teachers, as faculty, we commit the error of not reading. Because when you don't read, it is a primary thing. Read. The best way to gather information is reading. Anything that you can lay your hands on. I'm not saying take a thick book and take a rocking chair and read. Of course, as teachers, I understand we don't have time. And from 8 o'clock to evening 5 o'clock, all the classes, evaluation, invigilation, taking classes, remedial classes, paper correction, assignments. I totally get you. I'm the same boat. But reading. Now you can ask me now, we are talking about ICT, information, communication, technology, and you're talking about books, because nothing can be greater than reading a book, right? Or reading some information, or giving just 10 minutes, or inculcate this habit of reading 10 minutes, or 10 pages every day. This is the best way to gather information. And when you have information, you can pass it across to your student. Otherwise, it will be, a futile attempt, just using ICT just for the sake, right? Just for the sake we're using, Google Forms, or we are using MS Forms, we are using, say, Trello, we are using, say, say Kahoot or Quizlet to make teaching effective. But unless you have the sort of knowledge to them is shallow. The knowledge as teachers should not be shallow. So we should be into intense reading now, and now is the time. Yeah. So having said that, these approaches can lead to, this, of course, tools that I mentioned, whatever, the tools that you use in your classroom, these approaches can lead to higher order thinking. It provides, creativity and also the understanding of the concept. If you use tools, any kind of tools, I'm not just focusing on one tool. These tools, a PPT is a tool, isn't it? If you are into blended classroom, or if you are engaging your students in a flipped classroom, whatever online methods you're using, yeah, I think in a way it improves understanding of the student when they engage in that activity. It's a group work or a pair work, right? You are just a facilitator, or you're just a mentor, right? You initiate the discussion, you initiate the process, and then be a spectator and watch what's going on. I think that also makes the students, they prepare for life that way. So I think this ongoing technological change in society or the workplace, I think it is not bad. So we'll have to, include it. But again, I think we'll have to make it inclusive as well, right? Because national education policy, it talks about digitalization, it talks about also sustainability, it talks about how to make it how to make it inclusive. So one bunch of students, they understood, and other bunch, they are just looking at your face, they have no clue what's going on, right? So here, friends, I would like to point out, so I talked about information, so that was my first point. Second, I would like to talk about ICT. So what kind of tools are there? I'll be showing you a couple of tools because I have been given just 30 minutes. It's difficult to talk about multiple tools. However, I'll try my level best to just introduce you, if not go deep, but introduce you to certain very easy tools that you can use in your classroom right away from tomorrow onwards. So a few tools that we understand before using the tool, let us understand. One is, and I want all of you to note it down. That's why I'm not using a PPT, so that we can have a discussion. We can engage in conversation. And please, you can also tell me in the Q&A session, you can also tell me if you don't agree to me. Okay, I will change my perspective. These are only my experiences I'm sharing, because in B.Ed we use a lot of technology and all that. But how much it depends also on us, on the faculty, how we are delivering it. Yeah. So the first thing that I would like to talk is constructive tool. Number one is constructive tool. I'll be talking about it later, but just remember the words here. Constructive tool. Second is co-constructive tool, right? Third is information tool, constructive tool, co-constructive tool, information tool, situating tool. Last but not the least is communication tool, right? So information is very important. Information is an essential component of our daily life, isn't it? And the need for information is pervasive across various domains, from personal growth to economic development, right? So access to relevant, because I told you at the very beginning, information it's a deluge of information, it's flooded. So access to relevant information, not only relevant, accurate information is critical. It's critical in making decisions, because finally you have to achieve your goal now. As faculty, you have this vision, you'll have to achieve the goal, right? So how much is relevant, how much is accurate, that is, I think we should, I'm reiterating, I understand I'm reiterating, but I think this is important. Now let us talk about the first thing is constructive tool. This tool is, when you ask your student to make, whether it's engineering or whatever, to make something using their hands. God has given us these two beautiful hands. So make something. So it could be a chart, it could be a portfolio, it could be a resume, it could be, say, a poster, whatever. So to make something, to create something, to innovate something, to build something, that's a constructive tool. With the help of technology or with your information, you are asking or you are insisting on to make something, build something, innovate something, create something. Constructive tool. Co-constructive tool is nothing when you are asking or when you are requesting rather your students to engage in groups, a pair work, or a group work, a bunch of students, right? So what happens, in co-constructive tool, they know to take constructive criticisms. They know to take feedback. They know how to give feedback, right? And emotional intelligence also involved in all these things, isn't it? Your EI also gets sharpened, right? So, and taking responsibility of your work, that you cannot blame the other person. Okay, ma'am, I did, I was working on it. My teammate did not do it well. So, no, you cannot do that. So you are taking ownership of the project. You're taking responsibility of the project. You're giving feedback. You're taking constructive criticism from the other groups as well as your group, right? In this way, you enjoy the work, and this way you become creative. That is what Bloom's taxonomy also talks about: creativity, analyzing, evaluating, so on and so forth. So this is called co-constructive. When you're pairing them, when you're, asking them to work on a project, it could be a mini project. It could be a very tiny project. But, their camaraderie, how they work in teams, right? Co-constructive tool. The next one I would like to talk about is information tool, which is nothing but all the technology that use computer, using the computer, using the projector, right? Or using a flipped classroom, okay? Or using, say, MS quiz. You're using, Microsoft quiz. You're using Google form as a quiz, right? So all the technology used, all the information you are sharing to your students through technology is information tool. Next tool is situating tool, taking them for industry visit is very important, right? Taking them for a picnic, right? Taking them for a field visit, so that they can see, touch, and understand. I'm not only talking about the kids, okay? I'm talking about the, engineering students, or, master's level students also, where you see, where you touch, where you feel, and you understand. Situating to, you're taking the students to the situation, right? Situating to. Last but not the least is communication tool. There is not much difference between communication tool and information tool. Communication tool is also right now we are using Zoom, right? Sometimes we use, Web Cisco. Sometimes we use Google Gmeet. Those are communication tools. Some way or the other, you are using technology to pass across information. So these are the primary tools that we should use, or that we use, not should use, that we use, of course. After pandemic, we understand what's going on. We know it. We have adapted well. Like I said in the very beginning, we adapted well. So constructive tool, co-constructive tool, information tool, situating tool, communication tool. And let me tell you once more that in information tool and communication tool, there is not much difference in it, just a thin line of difference, just probably difference in the words, or yeah. So now, if you allow me, can I share my screen? If you allow me to, can
Yes,
I share
ma'am.
my screen? So I have to go to this. Okay, I'll just because I think I will turn off my video if to get good connectivity. Anyway, I'll try. So I'll try to share my screen. Okay. First, let me. I'm trying to share my screen. Please let me know if I'm sharing. I'm not sure.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. It's visible.
Fine. Now, I'm going to use a very simple tool. Okay, very simple tool that I use, and you can think about. I'm not asking you to use it in your class, but it will make things easy. Okay. Now I'll ask a question. I don't know how many participants are there, but still I'll ask a question. How many of you use Microsoft Teams in your class? Do you use Microsoft Teams? Anyone? Not Google Classroom. Okay, Soumya, I think she has raised her hand. Very good, Soumya. Anyone else? Because it's very limited. Can you, anyone? You can also unmute yourself. Like I told, I'm just having a conversation. There's nothing like I'm teaching something. Anyone other than Soumya, do you use MS Teams or forms to generate quiz? Anyone else? You can unmute yourself, please. There are 251 participants, and all of
They
us
are
in your
typing in the chat box, ma'am.
chat box. Okay,
Yeah.
so okay, I will check. Okay, Gmeet you're using. Selvi is using Teams. Great. Yeah, right. Okay, great, fine. So now I'll be because I have just seen a few chat. Once more, Gmeet. Yeah, Dr. Hemlata. Okay, Venkatesh sir is using Team. Okay. So now, if you are using Team, then I will use just I'll just take 5 minutes of your time for people who are not using MS Teams. That is one thing. Now I'm going to use another tool which is very simple. Ekdam simple. So that's called Trello. I'll not go deep, okay, because there's hardly any time. So I'll not go deep, but I'll just tell you, if you can, I'll just type Trello here. So, and if you can't see my slide, if I'm not audible, please let me know. So now what happens is I'll just push this down. Okay. Now this is Trello. Please bear with me. So now I'll just tell you from the very beginning. Okay. So this is my Trello page. But since you all are not acquainted with it, so I'll just log out. I'll log out and log in, then we can understand. You need to register it, and it's free, by the way. So you can see there's log out. I've logged out, okay. Why I have logged out? So that I can start from the very beginning, okay. So let me log out. And just so that you know we are on the same page. So how do we start? My network is feeble today. Okay, now, as you can see this page, right? Trello brings all the tasks, blah, blah, blah. Now, I have an account ready, so I can log in. For you, you can just sign up, and it's free. With your Gmail or with your official ID, you can sign up. So let me log in. So after you sign up, you can log in, no? So I'm, since all of us, we are a heterogeneous group, so I'll be, from the basic I'm talking, so please don't take any offense. So what I'm doing is, let me go to my, probably this website. Sorry for the slow thing. Okay, it is a little bit slow today. Okay. Now, can you see the Trello page, all of you? I'm not looking at the chat box, so you'll have to, answer. Okay. Can you see my Trello page?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay. Now, what do we do? What can we do? Say you have bunched out, yeah, a few students in your class for a project. Okay. And now you can use this tool to check out what they are doing, what are your plans for them, and what has been done already. So you can keep a track. You can keep a track of the project that you're asked your students to engage. Now you can see workspaces, recent start templates. So workspaces, recent, that means, I was going through this before I came to this program. So that is why the recent thing is coming up here. And there is, if something is important, then you can start it. And these are templates, which is not very important. This is like in the aesthetics part. So I will not get into templates. Now let us understand the major function of Trello. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create. Now you can create two primary things here. You can create a board, okay, and a workspace. As you can see, a workspace, a group of boards. So we'll have one workspace. In that workspace, you can have multiple boards. Okay. Now, so what I've done is I have created a workspace already, or you can just create a workspace. Okay. Now you can give the name of the workspace. Say, MGR FDP. So you are creating a workspace. Okay. And it is for education, of course, and you can give some workspace definition if you want. Otherwise, it's optional. You can say optional. So you have created a workspace, so you can continue this. Okay. Now, here what you can do is you can invite your team. Now, say there are 17 in your group, so you can take their email ID, put it here, and you can add them. Otherwise, what is the simple way? Simple, you can invite with link. Now I've clicked. So you can give this link to in their email, or if you have created a WhatsApp group, then you can share the link and they will be members of your workspace. Okay, so you can invite. I think it is easy. What I do, I create the link and I send it across in WhatsApp or in to their emails. Then they join. Just click the link and they get automatically they become a member to this workspace. Right now, you can see I have created two. This was my previous thing. Now this one I have created, say MGR FDP. Right now, I will click this. Now, under this MGR FDP, you can create a few boards. You can see boards. Okay, now I'll create a board. Okay. Create your first board. Can you see? I'll just create my first board. So you can say training, right? You can create. Okay. Now, so now we have created a board. Okay. What I have already done, I'll tell you, that becomes easy for us, isn't it? So what I'll do is, let's say, okay, fine, we will go to, I can go to my previous board also, but since I already created, so under MGR board, what we have done, we have created some boards, no? So I'll just say training. Okay. Now we'll have to add list. Okay. Say ICT. Okay. And you can also change it. Say what you want to do. Say, say here you can write, say progress. What's your progress? Okay. And what's your, say, vision, right? So here you can say you want to teach ICT. I add a card here again, say you want to give some say homework. You're adding it. So you say you want to work on some project. Then you have some to do with the client. Okay, and you can add it. So progress, and then you can also say it is done. Okay. Then you can also add another list. So you're adding list now. Yeah. So what is your vision? What is your progress now? Say, I'll tell you what I'm doing. So wait just a moment. So what I'm going to do now, say this is my board, right? Under workspace, I have created a board. So under board, I have added a list. And in progress, say I'll add a card, say I have a meeting with the clients, then say the homework was in progress. So on and so forth. And again, whatever. Now this is your vision. That's say, okay, let me say ICT training. Okay. Now, friends, just have a look at this. Now, what happens? My vision was today from 2 to 3, I'll go for ICT training, right? So now my vision was this. So this you plan for your students. Homework. Now, say I'm giving as a teacher, say now, hypothetically, say I'm a teacher, I'll be giving you some homework. I'll be giving you some work in your project. And I'll keep on adding. Now, once this is my vision, so I can now bring this to progress. So because now we are in the process, no? So what I have done, I have brought this because this is done. That my vision is now it is progressive. Say now after the class, say, I have given you some homework and it is in progress. You are doing the homework, right? Then next, probably I will talk about the project. So from vision, what you have planned for your students, right? Or for your research scholars, whatever, what you have planned and what is in progress, what they have done. Now, after this program, I will just take this and keep it here. That means you're keeping a track, and members, you are adding the member. I'll show it to you once more. So you're adding the members, no? So they will also have they'll also have knowledge of what's going on in the project, what they are doing, what it's expected of them. Now, say you can talk about say discussion, next project, right? So probably you want to have a meeting. So you can add a card. Probably you want to have a meeting, right? And you can carry on with this. And if the meeting is over, then you can, also, if this is done, then you can also bring this meeting to this component here. Till here, are we in the same page, faculty? My faculty friends? I'll go slow.
It's correct only, ma'am. Carry on, ma'am.
Okay. So now, so what we have done is we have created one. I'm just repeating it for all of us, right? I have created a workspace. In that workspace, I have created a list. What should be done? What is in progress? What is done? What is my next venture? What is my next, what would be my next, say, project, or my next class? What do I plan for my next class? So you have a track of everything. So this becomes easy. Now, say I will click this, say homework, I'm clicking. Now you can attach, if you want to attach some materials for your students, you can attach the material. Okay. And you can add members also. Like, some members who are not in the group, this particular homework, you want them to do the homework. So you can add members, or you can invite them by, just like we do in MS Team, nothing, complicated. It's very simple. Okay. Now say checklist. Okay. So let me add some checklist. Okay. Say, because this is what homework, no? So say we will check plagiarism. Okay. Then probably say we will use, say if it is plagiarized, we'll ask them to redo it. Okay. Then probably we will make it checklist. Probably we will add references. Okay. So some of the checklist we are adding. Yeah. So this checklist will help us. Okay. So this checklist will help us what we are doing and what we are supposed to do. Now, why this? Say I'm adding another add references. Okay. Let me add, say, say score them. Okay. So you are also adding. We'll have to score them, right? Okay. Now this is your checklist. The first you have to check if plagiarism, if it's plagiarized, the homework that they have, the assignment that they have submitted. Shall we ask them to redo it? Okay. Shall we have to ask them to add reference to bibliography in APA or in MLA? Have they used citations, right? And we'll have to score them. So this is our checklist. Now, if you have checked plagiarism, then you can click this. You can click. That means you have checked the plagiarism. That is, this work is done for you. Then you have found, say, for one student or for a few students, you have found plagiarism. So you have asked them to redo it. But it is not for one student. It will come as a bunch. But you can, have a note of everything. So say you have asked them to redo the assignment. You are not happy with the assignment because they have copied and pasted in their assignment as they do, students do. So you want them to redo the assignment. So if they have done it, then you can check this. So your checklist is getting, marked here. Then say you have, since you have, caught them for plagiarism, you will ask them to cite the source, right? Then you have asked them to add references, right? So they have done it. So it's almost now, it's in progression. You can see the progress. That's all. Finally, what do you do? What do? You score them. Say out of 20, out of whatever you scored, your job is done, no? So now you can see the checklist is all green, right? So this is how one way we can keep a tab of what your students are doing. Okay. So what do we show? Homework. That means we had 4 checklists we had marked, and it is clearly showing that one part is done. So now, since it is done, I will bring it to done because homework is done. Right? So this is one way. So now I will now let me check my so now this was my board for today, right? So to-do list ICT. I will talk about Trello. Now I'll talk about need of ICT, what constitutes ICT, so on and so forth. So once ICT is done, I will put it here. My Trello, I'm doing Trello now. So I am doing the Trello thing. I'm just sharing whatever my experiences of Trello. I'm just sharing it to you. So it's in the progress. So I'm doing. So probably need of ICT, I will do next. So I will not bring it to doing now, probably later. So this will keep a track what I am up to. So this is one thing that it will really help you. Now, so now say you want to delete something. You don't want, say you don't want student meeting, you want to delete it. What you can do is just click, go down and go to archive. Click archive. I will not click it now. You can click archive and it will disappear from your list. Okay, let me show it to you. Okay, I've clicked students. I'll just scroll down. Let's put in archive. And you see it's gone. It's gone. And if you want to delete it permanently, then you can delete it. But now I want it back, so I'll not do that. You can also bring it back. You can move. You can move also. You can bring it back. Just like email, we do it now. The same way, you can also archive your list. So broadly speaking, Trello is about creating workspace for projects, right? And boards, workspace, and you have a list. A list can go on and on. You can add list, and again you can add list, and then you have these cards. These are cards. You can to-do list, so you can add. You can keep on, adding the cards. Okay. So this is, I think, a way of doing it. And you can add member. Left hand side, you can see add members. Again, I'm going back to add members. So you can invite workspace members from your classroom. You can invite them. You can invite workspace members. You can email addresses or name. Otherwise, you can copy this link. Just copy this link. Okay, and paste it in WhatsApp group, or you can send it to their emails as well. So I think this is all about Trello. Are we in the same page? Doesn't boys faculty, because I'm used to, Fine. So this is now Trello. It's very simple. Because you will find it just workspace. That's it. Create a board and create workspace. Template is aesthetic. Like you can change the color and all that. Who has the time anyway? So I'm not bothering to talk about it. Start with template. Immediately you can start with the board template. And color, you can use a template that you can go. You can change the color. These are not important. Anyway, as teachers, I know that we are we are preoccupied with multiple things. So I don't think I should get into the aesthetics part. So this is one thing that I wanted to share with all my faculty friends. Trello. Okay. Now the next thing, just give me a moment, please. Now the next thing I would like to share is Microsoft Teams. But this is, some of you, because in the chat box, okay, I will now, okay, I will stop sharing. Now I stopped the Trello thing I've stopped. Now the next thing I would like to share is MS Office, generating a quiz. Okay, most of you told me. I'll just check the chat box once more. Yeah, some of you are using MS Teams. That's very good, actually. It's very easy. But some of you, if you are not using forms, forms.microsoft to generate quiz. Let me help you today to, so you can share the link with your students, and you'll get the responses, you'll get the marks, you'll get the score, everything. It is easy for us. Okay, for faculty it is easy. So let me, if you allow me, can I share my screen again?
Yes, ma'am, please, ma'am.
Yeah, so now please, my faculty friends, if you already know about Microsoft Teams, please don't take any offense. This is for all of us, right? Not only for one or two. So I'll just share something. It's very common, I understand. But still, some of us may not, because we're used to Gmeet, right? Or Zoom, we're used to. But this, personally, I think is the easiest way of generating a quiz, and we get the responses in Excel sheet. It is easy. So I want to make your life easy, because I know it is difficult. Teachers, it is difficult. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen again. Let me, yeah, please bear with me. Please bear with me. All right, now what I'm going to do is, the first thing I'm going to do is share my screen. Okay, I'm sharing my screen. By any chance, if you can see my screen, please give me a thumbs up.
Your screen is visible, ma'am.
Great, great. Okay, now this is forms.office.com. Okay, again, it is free, and you can also insist your institution to make it free for you. For say, you can use it, you can float it in your university also. So VIT, it is like, it's a platform that we use to deliver lectures online. And let me tell you how we can generate a quiz. Okay. So now, first I'll tell you what I'll go from say I generated one quiz. Let me show you this. Okay, it's the ICT quiz. Okay. Now, this quiz in the morning, I generate how to do it. I'll tell you how to do it. I'll let you know. But how it will make your life easy, that is more important, isn't it? So now what happens? Say I have generated this quiz. Okay. 3 questions just for our sake. Okay. I've generated this quiz. Now, what I'm going to do is, after whatever questions you have in your mind, so 1 to 10 questions or 20 questions, whatever. So you're going to go to this 3 dots. Okay. 3 dots. And let me answer the question. Say I am, okay, 1 second. You can see 3 dots, right? So just click that 3 dots, settings. Okay, settings, and show results automatically. You can click this if you want them to know the score immediately. Otherwise, you can just disable this, but let us enable it. Okay. The next thing is, only people in my organization can respond. If you want this to go to a wider audience, then you can click, anyone can respond. But as of now, I just want only people in my organization can respond, but I can give this. Okay. Now, accept responses, start date. Now I'll start the date. Say today is 8. Okay. I'll start the quiz, say from 2:45 p.m. and you want to place 8 June. I want to end the quiz, say, I'll give say 15 minutes. Now it's already, okay, it's a 3:50. Okay. I want it for 5 minutes because there are just 3 questions. So I made it just 5 minutes. And I want, so that they don't copy, I'm shuffling the questions, all questions I have shuffled. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is, okay, done. Everything is done now. Now what I'm going to do, can I collect responses? I'll just once more. Okay. So settings, 3 dots, settings, whatever time, start date, end date, and you can set a time duration, so 5 minutes. So you can say, what, 10 minutes, 3 questions. So I made 5 minutes. You can shuffle the questions. If they are sitting close by, they'll try to copy. So you can shuffle the questions. All that done, that's all you have to do. Now, click collect responses. Then you can, there's a copy link. No, you can just shorten the URL. It's too big. So shorten the URL. Then copy link. Okay, copy link. Then what I'm going to do is copy link. Then I will go to the chat box. I will paste the link. Can you see a link in the chat box, girls and faculty? My faculty friends, can you see a link in the chat box?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you try to just click the link if you can take the test? Just click the link for me if you don't mind. It is from an official mail, so it might not work. I don't know. I'm not sure.
I have shared in chat, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. It's opening.
Okay. Now click to start. You can just click to start. I'm doing the test. Say, and I'm submitting. Okay. Are you done with the test? It's a small tree. It's from official mail, so I'm not very sure if you can take the test.
Yes, ma'am. I'm doing it.
Oh, great. Great. Thank you so much. If you're done, you should tell me.
Yes, ma'am. I'm done.
You're done. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is, okay, I'll just refresh my page. Am I still sharing my screen, faculty friends? Please let me know, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, great. Now can you see to your left-hand side, can you see responses?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just click responses, okay? And you can see open in Excel. I want all the faculty members to interact with me. Let us engage in a meaningful conversation. Otherwise, it is just for the certificate, just for the sake of certificate, we should not attend such a wonderful program, faculty development program, organized. Organizers have taken a lot of pain. I understand, because I also conduct such kind of events. So if the participants, they don't cooperate, right, then it becomes for the organizers, for the coordinators, for the organizers, they become demotivated, I tell you. Okay, so anyway, now we will stop the quiz. Okay, say we are stopping the quiz now. Now, can you, my faculty friends, can you open in Excel? I need a response, otherwise how will I go ahead? Can you see open in Excel?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Great. Now I'm going to click open in Excel, and you can see to my left hand side corner, the results are here. So I just need to click. Okay. Now, can you see an Excel sheet?
No, ma'am.
It might take some time. I'm sharing one Excel sheet.
Yes, ma'am. It's visible now.
Yeah. Now, so you can see, say I did not, this is anonymous because, I did not give the name. So here what happens, the name of your students will come, or your email ID, whatever. It depends on how you frame the questionnaire, like the quiz, right? And here the total points are here. See, it was out of 6. Some of you got 4, 6, it's like that. So how many participants? 79 participants. And most of you have scored really well. And the correct answers also you'll find it if I just, okay. So I think this is something I wanted to share. Okay, now how do we, so this is the importance of a quiz. It makes life easy for us, isn't it? Now I'll go, I should have told you how to, enter the questions. I will do it now so that you understand. Okay. All right. Right. Now, what do? Forms.office.com. Okay. Forms.office.com. This is the page you get. You log in and forms.office.com is the page you get. So you click, I'm sharing my screen. Okay. So this is, say now you are typing, say ICT FDP quiz, right? Then you can say add, you can, okay. So you will write the question, okay. So you'll write the question here, right? And then you will give the options here. If you want to add option, you can give, right? And if you want to give some points over here, you can give say 2, 10, whatever, it's up to you. Okay. So I'm giving 1 point here. Then again, let us add one option. Select another option. So you can type. Okay, second option. Now, for your understanding, this is the correct answer. Say this is the correct answer. So what you're going to do is, can you see correct answer? Just click here. They will not see this. This is not at their end. At their end, they will not notice this. It is for your convenience, so that you get the score automatically. When you click the Excel sheet, the marks automatically get generated. So say question now, add new question. Okay, so you can also add pictures. Say again, second question, option 1, option 2, option 3, so option 4, and say this is the correct answer. Just click here. You want to delete, say question, last one, you delete it. You want to add it. Okay, this way, and you can write here required, so that they cannot submit without at least ticking one correct answer. In that way, you can frame questions. It's up to you how many questions you want to frame. So 10 questions, 20, 10 questions, 2 marks each, right? So that way also you can score. This is the way you can frame the questions. Yeah, I mean, it's easy. That's all. Now, you can explore. So again, settings, show results automatically. Anyone can respond, or only people in the organization. It's up to you. What you enable, what you disable, it's at your discretion. Accept responses, start date, end date, set the time duration, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever, shuffle questions, and you are done. It would say saving. Wait for a couple of seconds, it will get saved. Then you can collect responses, shorten the URL, copy the link, and share it among your students, and let them take the test. Let them take the test. Have I made myself clear, everyone?
Participants, you have any query? Yeah. They are saying very clear.
Right. So
actually, they're sending their response in chat.
Chat box. See, I'm not checking. Okay, yeah, thank you. All right. Now, see, for this, like, I know, I should have got it, in like a detailed way, but how I understand, you have to explore. There are so many things I cannot, share everything in this particular class, but yeah, you can just explore. So go to Trello. First, you sign up, log in, then just dabble around what you can do. Right? Create the workspaces, create the boards. What you want to do, what has been done already, what is your next week plan. So just kind of planner, and you can check who is doing what are the members, and you can also send attachment. You can also track your students, what they are doing. what they did not do, right? So there will be a calendar, there will be attachment, there will be a checklist. So you can monitor it, right? You can monitor it, not interfere, but monitor what's going on. So I think it makes our life easy. It makes the faculty's life easy. That's all I wanted to tell you. And Google and Microsoft Forms, it also makes things easy for us, right? Yes, Chitra, I understand that. Yeah. Right. Now, another thing, see, I understand that, most of us, we have used Microsoft Teams. That's what at the very beginning I told you. If say 10 of you did not, use it, this lecture is probably for those 10 who will use it after the lecture. I understand. No, we during the pandemic, I told you, we got adapted to so many things, isn't it? So there's another thing I would like to share, if you allow me to, and I'll not take more than 5 minutes. I please, don't get angry. I'll just take 5 minutes because I think it is important. So I will share something with you. Right. Please bear with me. Please bear with me. Okay. I'm sharing my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Great. Now this second Microsoft Teams. I'll not take more than 5 minutes because some of you told me that you have all done it. I know you have done it, but there are say 300 participants. If 10 or 20, if you did not try it after this lecture, I'm sure you can, at least you can just try it out because it's easy. It's not complicated. That's why I'm sharing. It's easy. Now, for this, you just need your Microsoft Teams login ID. That's all you need, and it's free. Microsoft Teams. You need to register. It's free and log in. After you log in, you can create some classrooms here. So join or create. So you create a team, right? So now I'm creating a classroom. Okay. Again, I will make it again easy for you. So Microsoft Teams, join or create team, right hand side corner. Then come to left hand side corner, create team, create a team, classroom. We need a classroom, online class. So create the class. So name your class, say ABC 23, whatever. Okay. Then you're creating a team, right? So now you can add the students. Okay. So you can keep on adding. All right. Okay, let me show what I have already done it so that you don't. Okay, now, so I have created this ABC 23, right? So I will show you, say, technical English communication theory. This is my classroom. I've clicked this. Okay. So I can see my files here. Left hand side, you can see assignments. Okay. So you can click assignment. Please bear with me, it's a little slow. Yeah. So you can create assignments. You can see at the bottom, create. You can create an assignment. Right? As it is, it is very easy. My network is giving me a lot of problems today. Probably I can change the network. Yeah, it's coming. So now you can, whatever assignment you want, you can, type it over here. If you want to attach some materials, you can attach it, right? You can attach it. And say you want them to submit on Friday. So that is tomorrow. You can just say 9. And by night, 11:59, they should submit, right? All current students. So you can add students. I'll tell you how to add students. So once it is done, okay, they will get the notification. Okay, your students will get the notification, and points also if you want to say 20. So you can also, it gets automatically saved, right? Then you can also grade them, and they will have on their end, they'll upload the document, say whatever. Okay, So this is how we can assign. And you can also, if you want to share some materials, okay, if you want to share some materials with your friend, with your students, that also you can do that. Let me show you what happens here. See, I've given some assignment, right? Assign technical report writing. So after they upload their document, they will turn it in. It is on their end. They have to turn it in. And you just view the assignment. Just view the assignment. So you can see they have turned it in, right? And you can, if you want to deduct some marks because the person has turned it 15 minutes late, that you can do it. So now you just click, and you'll see their document that they have uploaded. You can check, you can give your feedback, and you can score them. See the image process that, so they have submitted this assignment. If I think it's okay, I will give the marks. Okay. This is how it makes easy. So you can see all my, in this classroom particularly, 23 fall lab, Monday 9:50 class. So they have, I have, assigned one assignment, and they have the 72 in my class, and they have turned in, and I can score them now. Easily I can score them. Okay. So this is what happens actually. Now, to the top, you can see files. If you click files, you'll find the materials that I have uploaded for them to go through or for them to read. So these are some of my, I have uploaded. So you can click upload files, go to any of whatever you want to, say seven habits sharpen the saw. You can upload it. And it will get uploaded automatically. So once you do it, they can view it's uploading. As you can see, uploading one item, and it is uploaded. It's 7 habits sharpen the saw. So what did you do here? You have assignment, no need to take hard copies, right? You just assign them, give them a date. They are supposed to take a snapshot and upload and turn it in. At your end, you get to see the PDF or Word doc, whatever they have submitted, and you can score them. And you can also post materials if you want. I have posted all these materials for them to check. So this is how you can do it. Okay, so the best thing is you can post assignment, you can grade them, you can upload materials from your side. Let me stop sharing. Okay. Now I'll just go back to the chat box. Okay. We are still using Google Class. How is different from this? See, I'm not Dr. Saroj, I'm not saying it's different, but it is, from my experience, it is easy to use. Once you use it, you'll come to know why I'm insisting on Microsoft Teams. I'm not saying Google Classroom is any bad or something like that. It really helped us. Even I used it. Yeah. Nothing different. But once you use it, it is friendly. I think it is user friendly. What are the other ICT tools used in pedagogy? Yes, Dr. Felix, I will talk about that, but I may not be, I may not be able to go deep into other tools, but this tool that is a Trello, please try. Dr. Felix, you can please try it. It is easy to use. Why I am sharing? Because it made our life very easy in B.Ed. So I'm sure, wherever you're working, it will make your life easy. That I can guarantee. Yeah. Right. Now, other tools. Yeah, there are many tools. I'll talk about that. Ma'am, how much time do I have? Actually, I think I have 5-10 minutes.
Yes, ma'am. 15 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'll just make the best use of it. Now, someone, I think Dr. Felix asked me, okay, there is the power. Okay, no power. So please bear with me. All right. Now, Dr. Felix talked about other ICT tools. See, any images, audios, videos, Even the blackboard, you can use it effectively, So what about say, a remote village in Tamil Nadu or a remote village in Assam? They may not have the network connectivity or, say the infrastructure, right? But as a faculty, as a teacher from Assam, I think, why not blackboard? Blackboard is for me, I find it really comfortable, using a blackboard, and how to use it, you should know. You can use it in different ways, actually, how you stand, where you stand, how you rub the board. So many multiple things are there, but blackboard is a tool. Definitely, we can use it effectively. Images, photograph, because these students at least try to understand visual learners. They are digital natives. So your training, and how are you trained or not? Are you trained or not to use these, technology? We cannot just tomorrow we can say ICT. No. Are you really trained? Because you should be trained, because I told you they are ahead of us. Students are ahead of us. And with the chat GPT and all the chatbot and AI, it is challenging. I'll never say that it will replace us, but definitely is going to make our job challenging. So I told you, reading, your knowledge, Kaphandar, your knowledge base should be, you should try in whatever way possible, 5 minutes in reading, whatever you can lay your hands on. And that, please don't celebrate mediocrity, my faculty friends here. Do not celebrate mediocrity. Sab kuch chalta hai. Okay, this will go. Oh, this is okay. No, do not celebrate mediocrity. Right? And how not to celebrate mediocrity? When you keep yourself updated, when you upgrade yourself. And that cannot happen without reading. And you may believe in me, you may agree, you may disagree. But I'm a very simple person. So for me to upgrade my knowledge, I will not sit in the front of Google and ask questions. What is this? What is that? I would prefer to go to the library or, log into my computer and probably download some books or articles and start reading. That's the best way we can do. So to answer your question, images, audios, videos, presentation, and not just PPT, say PPT without power. PowerPoint presentation without power, there's no point in just, showing some slides with all, the verbosity does not work. That is my point. I will not dip my words in sugar syrup. I will not quote my words in honey to make things, okay, everything is nice. We'll use technology, we'll use MS Teams, Trello. First of all, you train yourself, yeah? And when you see simple PPT, you're projecting it. What does it, what's the content? You have just put all the materials, all the words, no, bullet points, and you just explain. Let them have an interaction with you or with their peers, right? So images, audios, presentations, or combination of these used, this is called ICT in education, right? So I think ICT in education meaning would be using information and communication to improve the delivery in education in every way. How do you improve from yesterday to today? How do you improve the delivery of education? So like I told you, I don't have a fixed definition. So ICT is a broad term. Yeah, we understand it stands for information communication technology, right? We use the printers, we use the computers, all the digital infrastructure, use tablets, use all the software tools. We use Google spreadsheets. These are ICT tools you can use. Even the printer, the projector, the OHP, the computers, laptops, tablets, right? But having said that, you agree, you disagree, I don't know. But definitely for me, Blackboard is a popular teaching tool, and it will be always. Yeah. Then I talked about Trello. I talked about Google. Someone talked about Google Classroom. Trello. So Trello is a great place to organize and prioritize your project. You're prioritizing. I'll do this first. This is second in my priority list. This is third, fourth. So you're prioritizing your project. It could be solo project or in group project, whatever. How your students are collaborating, how you're assigning the tasks. With a quick glance, you can learn what they're doing, what's going on, what everyone is up to, right? Then Again, adding on to that point, someone talked about Google Classroom. I definitely agree. And also blogs. If you write blogs, that's a very good way of interacting with the students. Even you can motivate your students to, create their own web page. How they create their digital footprint is very important. It is very important. If they are, say +2 students, they should have a LinkedIn profile. To ask your students to create a LinkedIn profile. Definitely you should have one LinkedIn profile, and also motivate your students to have a LinkedIn profile. How to construct, how to work on your resume, right? So how to use, and one more thing, how to use emails. Most of us, we don't know how to write emails. Do you know that? I get in multiple emails in my inbox, and very badly constructed, syntactic errors, semantic errors, syntax errors, grammatical errors. Okay, that is like a deluge of grammatical errors, right? So yeah, so you can ask your students to write a blog or create their own web pages, create LinkedIn account, and have a good networking with other members of the society, right? Or digital videos, MOOC, NPTEL, and all these things. So my dear friend, the question here is, are teachers digitally literate and trained to use ICT? The question here is, are teachers, are we digitally literate and trained to use ICT? Next question, and it's up to you how you think about it. I'm just triggering you. Do you think teachers, we are actually in trouble? Do you think teachers, we are actually in trouble? Do you think we are in trouble? The truth is, teachers have shifted away from traditional learning methods, isn't it? For quite some time now. I'll say 2020 ke baad, after 2020. So now you'll find there are fewer lectures and more independent work, as well as virtual tutoring, online tutoring, homework help. And it has become performance-based learning now. You can't deny it, isn't it? Performance-based. Yeah. So my dear faculty friends, I would like to tell you one thing, that it has become challenging. You cannot think without ICT now, but ask yourself, are you really trained? If you are not trained, then train yourself. This is high time. Otherwise, we will be in trouble. Because the need of ICT, the pandemic has forced the education sector, isn't it, to shift. Like I told you, we changed. So to shift dramatically to virtual and blended modes of teaching and learning. So I think the need of ICT is immense now, and national education policy has also stressed upon these initiatives in education. If you read NEP 2020, you'll find the major chunk has been given to sustainability, equity, our culture and civilization, and digital initiatives, right? So I think these things we should take care. And the last point, I'll just end my lecture here. The last point is, apart from your PPTs and all that we use, LCDs and projectors, I think industry connect, because how to make them, industry ready or job ready, right? So, industry connect through seminar, conferences, whatever, or calling guests in your, in your organizations, expert talks, lectures, or various competition, hackathon, macathons, ideathons, sociathons, whatever thon it is. So organizing these events so that they know what's going on, and you will know what's going on, right? So conferences, seminars, lectures, expert talks, these are very crucial. Apart from your whatever I told you, Trello and all the online quizzes, how you prepare yourself and all that. So I think I think I have talked about it in whatever way I could, whatever maximum I could give you in this 1 or 30 minutes. And please don't forget Prime Minister E-Vidya, Diksha, NPTEL by IITs and NITs, Shrem Prabha, and this E-Pathshala, right? So I think, friends, there are many things that we can study, we can read, we can understand, and we can share. We can translate, we can transfer, KT, knowledge transfer. But you cannot do knowledge transfer unless you are, you have that in you, the knowledge, the information, right? Until unless you inculcate, I don't think you are eligible to share. And you should be very careful. My very first point that I make, we have to be very careful in what information we give, right? So I think that's all for today. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Wonderful presentation. Vigneshwari, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for the insightful presentation. Dear participants, if you have any queries, please use the chat box. Thank you, ma'am. I think you made it clear. That's why there is no queries, and you made it in between also. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you.
Now I would like to invite Dr. A. Tangam, Assistant Professor of Dr. MGR Education Research Institute, to deliver the oath of thanks. Please, ma'am.
Be kind, be thoughtful, be genuine, but most of all, be thankful. Buddha. Good afternoon to one and all present here. For fourth day, session 8 of 5-day International Online Faculty Development Program on Outcome-Based Education. On behalf of Tamil Nadu Teachers Education University, in association with Faculty of Education and Academic Staff College, Dr. MGR Education and Research Institute, Chennai. It is my privilege to express sincere gratitude to our resource person, Dr. Rashmi Rekha Bora, Assistant Professor, School of Social Sciences and Languages, Vellore Institute of Technology, Chennai, who has clearly presented about ICT-enabled tools and innovative techniques for teaching learning. She made everybody to thoroughly understood the idea. Thank you so much, ma'am, for sparing your valuable time with us today. And also we mention our deep sense of gratitude to all the executives, heads, professors, faculty members, research scholars from various states and countries. Teamwork is a secret that makes common people achieve uncommon results. Last but not least, we would like to extend heartfelt gratitude to our chief patrons, conveners, organizing secretaries, joint secretaries, technicians, teaching and non-teaching staffs of Tamil Nadu Teachers Education University, and Dr. MGR Education and Research Institute for their encouragement and constant support. Once again, I extend my heartfelt thanks to each and everyone for joining with us today in this virtual platform. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, ma'am, for your gratitudinal note. The future is built on the flow of new ideas. Dear participants, the feedback link is posted in the chat box. Kindly fill it. We'll see you tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. Thank you all once again.